Hi everybody, it's Lori with Main Street Gardener and welcome to my garden. I'm a Zone 7B garden outside the DC metro area, and today I'm working on a really fun project. So today I want to talk to you about planting gladiolus. A lot of people call them glads, and they come in bulb form. Now, I knew about gladiolus, but I discovered them once I moved out here to Maryland. I live on a historic Main Street area, and a lot of the homes are historic homes with historic gardens. And the gladiolus I think they live forever. They just grow up and they just have this old-fashioned, beautiful look to them. They just kind of dance in the breeze, and I think they just give the garden something so fun, just so tall and striking in the summer. So after I had seen them the first summer we lived here, I was like, I need to plant some of those. So I got some just basic bulbs at the garden center, the big box store, and put them out last year, and I loved them. They do get a little floppy and they're beautiful as cut flowers. They bloom and bloom and bloom. And so I decided I wanted to research them a little bit. And what I found is there are hundreds of varieties, different sizes, and tons of colors. So for this year, I ordered from it's called Dutch Garden. And I got a pack of, there's 10 in each. This one has 12 bulbs, but I got a pack that is a mix of apricots and peaches. One is called apricot bubble gum. So I'll try to get a link to the mix that I bought and put it on the screen. But I am really excited about these. Now, you can plant these directly in your garden in the ground. And if you even wanted to just get one pack, you can also find them at your big box store, really inexpensive. You plant them about 4 to 6 inches deep, and you want to plant them out as soon as your last frost is passed. They're going to come up and then they'll bloom in the peak of summer. What I learned though, instead of planting like one in the ground, you really want to do them in a collection so that they support each other as they come up. So that was kind of a learning that I had, because you may have to stake them or tie them up. If you get windy, we are very windy up here where I live, kind of up on a hill. And so that was one of the struggles that I had with them. Otherwise, the bulbs are incredible. You can save them year to year. You can keep them in the ground. I actually have a couple coming up already, and you can kind of keep them forever. So today, what I'm going to do is try a new method. I'm going to put some in the garden, but I want to plant some in containers. So I learned this idea from North Lawn Flower Farm. She has flower and garden. She has a beautiful garden just north of me in Pennsylvania. And I'll put a link to her channel below. You probably already watch her. Her videos are amazing. She grows lilies, the big, tall lilies in containers. And that's for a couple reasons. One, you can move the container with the lilies around your garden and kind of put it where you want that pop of color. It also allows you, once they finish blooming, to move the container, because you're going to have all that foliage, and the foliage needs to die back so that the bulb regenerates. It's a lot like a tulip bulb or a daffodil bulb. And so you can then move the container and move all of that kind of yuck stuff, put it in the back garden space, let the bulbs regenerate, and then decide what you're going to do with the bulbs for the next year. So I thought this could be a great option for glads. I also thought by planting them closer together, they're going to come up and support each other. It would also allow me to tie something around all of them, and then you get those beautiful blooms. So these terracotta containers, I don't think I'm going to use them for anything else this year, and they're not too large. So I think that's what I'm going to use for this project. So you can see that some of these bulbs have already even started sprouting. So it's definitely time to get them in the ground. So I'm going to get these all mixed in my little plastic trug. What I want to do is mix them up so there'll be a good mix in my containers. And then we're just going to get to planting. Let's get started. Now the benefit to mixing these is one, I'll have different blooms, but I'll also have blooms at different times. So different bulbs are going to bloom at different times and grow at different rates. So I think it's going to give me a better succession in each container versus than doing like one color, one color, one color. I also just think it'll be really beautiful. So that's the plan. Now these are some of the tiny ones. These are going to have shorter stalks. So that'll be really fun in these containers as well. All right, now I have a bag that I got at the big box store, and this is just a general mix. It has a lot of pinks, purples, maybe even a little red in it. And I'm probably gonna do that in some of my black nursery containers, and that way I can just pop these around wherever I decide I want them. All right, so next step, I need to fill these containers, and then we're just gonna get some of our bulbs placed. Okay, so I got 3 containers done in the terracotta, and I still have a ton of bulbs left, which is really great because I think I can do maybe 4 groupings in the garden. Now I may see if I have some more containers and do a little bit, maybe one more in containers, but regardless, I've got plenty to just pop in the garden. So I think this is going to be really fun. Now I still have this full bag of the variety pack that came just from, I think, Lowe's. I'm going to go ahead and pot these in my big black containers. I can still scoot those around the garden. I could also put them in a decorative pot if I wanted to. So I think that's going to be fun, and I think that's what I want to do with these. I really don't want those colors out in the garden. I already have some, and I just love this idea of being able to move them around, even put them on the patio or on a table for a party. A lot of times these bloom right at July 4th, so this could be really fun. Okay, so I got 5 containers filled with glads all ready to go. And what's great is I know that my apricot ones are in these containers. Now I still have some, and I'm actually going to go ahead and get them planted in the garden. And then I know that these are kind of those generic multicolored. So I think they're going to be really pretty. And then now I want to get those leftover apricot ones in the ground. I am just going to take my shovel, pull back, and do them in some clumps. So maybe 3 to 6 in a spot. And we're just pop them around the garden. And then that will be it. All right, let's get that done. All right, everybody. Well, we got this project finished. I am so excited about it, and I will definitely take you along and show you how the bulbs work in the containers. I did get some planted kind of throughout the garden. I have some of the big box store ones left. I think I'm going to try to see if my neighbor wants some, or I'm going to plant them in an area that's going to kind of be a cut flower space this year. So I'm just going to save those few that I have left. But I'm excited to see how these work. I am going to order some cloches to put over the top just to protect them until they start growing. We do have ground squirrels pretty bad around here, and they get my dahlias and everything else. And once I do that, I'll sit them out in the garden, and we'll just watch and see how they grow. So if you have never tried glads, now is a great time to pick some up. Give them a try. I think they add so much fun, and they're just an old-fashioned flower, and I love having them in my garden. So that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.